Now Lynch on first down. A dump off to Anderson. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
Escaping the pressure right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
They're going on fourth down. It's Lynch. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on fourth.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's fourth down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
On first down, it's Lynch. Eluding, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Tyrone Crawford in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On second down, here's Lynch. Buying time to his left. Throwing the comeback route. He's got the hook up to Thomas. And now a fumble. The ball's out. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Fourth down. Here's Lynch. And he's got it complete to Fowler. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. From the red zone now, here's Lynch on first down. Flushed out right and avoids the contact by sliding. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
On second down, Anderson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, it wasn't much of a gain, but we're getting near the 2-minute warning, so maybe they just want to get to that point, regroup, and decide what they want to do the rest of the half.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively, 6 DBs in the game. And with that, it's 2-minute warning time here in the NFL on EA Sports.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package. Yeah. 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line now. Here's Anderson. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Juwan Thompson taking it in. And the Broncos are in for 6. and they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Let's go!
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do.
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Prescott now on second down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! Brand 38! Brand...
And the wideout in motion.
Ohio! Ohio!
First down, Prescott. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Des Bryant, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Cedric Thornton able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Lynch looking to throw on second. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Here's Lynch to throw. Flush to his right. And that's caught inside the 30. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the... And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the second quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Charles, they had 6 DBs out there. They were thinking pass. They surprised him with a long run.
I wonder if they saw that and just checked to it. Maybe had an audible and said, you know something, get 6 defensive backs, let's run the football. Let's get our big guys downfield and match up with the littler guys and see if we can create some space. And not only did they create space, they created a path all the way to the end zone.
This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So it is third down now, but less than a yard to go. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
A strong running. Incomplete into the hands of Fowler. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. After that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. The wide receiver moving to a new spot.
Flex round! Flex round!
A second down throw for Prescott. Going up top. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. CD, wanted to get your thoughts just on the landscape of the offseason for each of these teams. Super Bowl in the rearview mirror, but so much going on. People look at the draft a lot, but there's a lot more that goes into the offseason for these front offices, is there not?
It certainly is, and then even before we get to the draft, you start with the combine, that's held in Indianapolis every year, and you have about 350 of the top prospects coming together to get their physicals and interviews and on-field performance, and all that will get evaluated along with their game tape. And then you've got the free agents. All right, that starts, I believe, in early March, where now the free agents can start moving around to different teams. So your team's starting to take a little bit of shape there, free agency, because then the draft's coming up. You're trying to put your team together with new draft picks, have everyone start to move in one direction. And then you have the OTAs and minicamps. We get to see them on the field for the first time. And we start to get a better idea of how these teams are going to look when the fall begins.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Offensively, they like their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
They'll throw on first down with Lynch. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. 10 yards still left on second down. Second and 10, it's Lynch again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Now Lynch. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Now Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Back near his goal line, it's Prescott. He finds his target, Terrence Williams. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards.
That could not have been timed out any better, and that's exactly what receivers want. The ball in their hands as quick as possible allows them to catch it at full speed and take off and go. And how about the end result?
And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go. 190. 190. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Second down, Prescott. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys. Terrence Williams, 40 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game that I would have to think. I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is...
And he's going to be taken down. He's sacked on the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Arlington. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. On second down, Lynch. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. They give them a gain of 38. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Now it's Lynch, and he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Demarcus Lawrence in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on third. Being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. But his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off Byron Jones. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Looking to throw. Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. A gain of 4 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball.
Bye-bye, Beasley. Touchdown, Cowboys.